Welcome back to issue number 10 of the SF Company Hour. This is the SF Comic Book Company channel. I am your host, Ray Doomzilla. Next to me, one of our returning champions, Barry Alex. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hondo, a.k.a. Captain Central America. Great to be here. End of the year. All right.
Barry Alex. And next to him, Guns McDre over here, like whipping him out. Like, so this is for the lady. We're gonna get more lady viewers for this one. Go ahead.
No,
I should have worn my tank top.
how's it going?
So whip him out, boys.
Second time here on the show.
Whip it out.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you guys, and yeah.
Right on, right on.
Good.
Already on my list is that mustache. Over in our corner, our engineer extraordinaire who wasn't late today, so we appreciate that. Go ahead, Alex. I almost called you Alex.
Yeah.
Rick.
Last week I was Alex.
New Alex.
Hello.
So this week we're going to do a little top 10 of 2019. No real topics today. I think I figured this is the end of the year, last show of the year. We're going to do some just our personal top 10. Just like stuff we experienced this year, toys we picked up, movies we watched, just trips we went on, concerts we went on, just anything that stood out for you 2019, your personal list for 2019. So we're just going to go through it and just have a discussion of all the shit we did this year. And like, it was kind of a crazy year. So it's a pretty decent top 10 for everyone. So we're going to do a quick around the room. Well, first, let's talk about everybody's holiday. Everybody had Dre, how was your holiday?
It was pretty good. I actually spent mine in Tahoe. It was pretty nice. We stayed in South Lake Tahoe for a couple days. Went tubing and snowboarding. Snowboarding's amazing. It's super fun. Definitely want to go back and hit the snow.
I thought Latin people weren't allowed to snowboard.
Well, I used to skateboard as a teenager, so snowboarding, it's kind of the same. But yeah, it was a blast, man. The snow was nice. A lot of beautiful people, women especially.
Hence the tank top.
Yes, sir.
Were you wearing that in the snow?
It's cold out here, but
this is my snow tank top.
But it was nice though. Spending it with friends, and we all had a great time. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Alex, how about you?
Good to be off of work. Have some time off. Had some friends over for a little get together. A lot of food, and it's been nice. Everything's been cool. Watching movies. The usual.
Living life. Rick, how was your holiday?
They were pretty good. Lots of good friends, family. I mean, I've never eaten so much in the last 3 days that I've ever have in my life.
Big Rick.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, the food was just amazing, man. Just got to go back for third sometimes.
Mine was pretty good. I cooked a ham. It was came out pretty good.
Ham was good as hell.
I didn't get invited.
Grandma cooked some food. I cooked some food. We had some steaks Christmas Eve, and yeah, it was a fun holiday. I'm not a big Christmas guy, but it's.
I don't believe it.
I know. I might be turning my stance. I don't know.
Didn't have it, right?
Scrooged.
I got visited by 3 ghosts that day. So cool. So the Ghosts of Christmas Past. Alex was definitely late to that one. So.
I was late today. Okay.
Hence Barry Alex. He's
2 hours
Cosmic
later.
Cosmic treadmill. Alex?
Well, at least he's here. That's all that matters. All right, so we're gonna go through a quick little We're gonna take turns doing our top three per list. So we go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and all that stuff. So first we're gonna do a quick little honorable mention list. So we start with you, Dre. What's on your honorable mention to say?
Tough decision. This actually should have been like a top 20. I mean, I could have done it. But honorable mentions. So if you guys seen the show before, the first episode, I dabble in like action figures. So my first one is actually this John Wick. My Mayfix. This is actually from John Wick 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I like this one. I prefer this one over the first one. The head sculpt is better. In my opinion, John Wick 2 is better than John Wick, and John Wick 3 is better than John Wick 2.
I agree.
Wow.
John Wick 3 is amazing.
Yeah, John Wick 3
just
is
the first
the
like
best
half
one.
hour of that movie is just probably the best action.
Sequels are better than the sequels before it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely one there are. Yeah,
You haven't seen them, Rick?
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
One of my-
Yeah.
But you're John Wick.
Yeah.
Really?
Some of my
We
favorite
should-
movies.
We should.
I have
that?
them. I
Love the
have
white
them, but I
shirt.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty
This
clean.
isn't accurate.
That's awesome.
It also comes with a pencil too.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
He writes a letter.
But yeah, this is a Mayfix figure import. Kind of expensive.
They're expensive.
but,
yeah, I wish the price was a little lower on
but,
those.
you know, John Wick
Who makes
is-
that figure?
Mayfix, it's
Mayfix.
like a Japanese company, I believe,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, they're like high end, like they're like Marvel Legends, but like a step
Movie.
above, like
Yeah,
quality
step
wise.
above.
That's
Wow.
pretty dope.
But that's
those-
one of my honorable mentions.
Okay, what's next?
We're gonna do both.
Yeah, let's do
Two honorable
let's
mentions.
whip them out.
All right. Well, we already got one there, but this is my second honorable mention. It's SH Figure Arts Godzilla. This is also a Japanese import. This is actually
SH Monster Arts.
yeah, Monster Arts. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that. This is actually one of my very first Monster Arts figures, so I had to throw it up on this list. Plus, the movie was great this year. Definitely loved it. Godzilla was such a badass, and the figure is such a good representation. Looks exactly like the movie.
Yeah, I
Movie
like this
accurate.
design a lot. This character design.
Yeah, you can definitely get a lot of poses out of it.
Better than the first Godzilla 2014 movie because the design was okay, but it didn't like have the spikes in the back like this one.
Exactly, like the
legs,
dorsals weren't.
the
yeah.
dorsal fins they're important in Godzilla fandom,
Exactly.
and the legs were not as like Kegel, like like the Kangles,
Right, yeah.
Cankles.
Came with a blue flame effect, and Neck also did a rendition of this, but this Monster
Yeah,
Arts
it's
one knocks
I
it
had
out
the
the
NECA
water.
version, but this one
Yeah.
I had to get this one. This one's way better. Yeah.
So those
The-
are my two.
These figures are cool. They're a little loose. Like you can't if you put move them around. Sometimes part comes off. But you easily put them back. But they're not the most. They're not meant to be played with. They're meant to be displayed. So yeah, don't if you have kids, don't don't buy them this figure because they'll kill themselves. All right, so that was pretty good. Alex, we got for honorable mentions today.
So for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been going to a lot of concerts, and I've been trying to outdo each year with more and better concerts. So I have 2 honorable mentions for concerts that I went to this year. I have on my list of awesome concerts, I have, was it 20th anniversary of Bush and Live?
Yeah, I want to go.
At Concord Pavilion, and I just remember, the 90s, and it brought me back. I like Bush. I like
yeah, he does.
I like Live too.
I love Bush Live.
Yes,
We all do.
exactly. So that was a really good concert. So Live opened up for Bush, and I like their music, so I really much enjoyed that one. And my second honorable mention is going to be Iron Maiden.
Nice.
Iron Maiden concert
That was a good show.
in Oakland. What was it that in November or October?
It's October, I think.
It was in October. I had never seen Iron Maiden before. It was quite the show. It was really good. Of course, Bruce Dickinson is an amazing singer. And
Just
I
the
really
stage, the stage production.
the
Was
stage
amazing.
production was awesome. Like when there's like an Eddie comes out and has a sword fight with Bruce Dickinson.
Eddie is the if you know Iron Maiden, that's the creature,
mascot.
the mascot that shows up on all the covers and stuff. So yeah, we actually met the artist last year, right? Or 2 years
Oh
ago?
yeah, we did.
Yeah, who does all the designs for the characters. So that was pretty,
Pretty
cool.
dope.
So all right, so Iron Maiden and what was the other?
Bush and Live
Bush and
concert.
Live.
So
Live Bush. I love Live Bush.
Nice.
So for me, I got a Mezco. I had to put a Mezco on here. This Netflix series Daredevil, his first costume. It's a very highly detailed action figures. They're a little more high end cloth goods. I thought this was an amazing figure. Definitely on my almost made my top 10. But yeah, this figure loves me some Mezco. Great figures. They're a little expensive, but they're worth the price because you see how nice they are. And also for my birthday, I decided to treat myself. I was on Facebook and I saw that Scott McDaniel, famous artist, comic book artist, did a run on Nightwing and Batman and Daredevil. So I saw his commission list was up. It was during around my time of my birthday, so I decided to treat myself and get an original sketch from Scott McDaniel. And right there, that's the original sketch.
amazing.
I told him it was for my birthday, for a gift for myself. So he said he was gonna gussy it up a little more than what I paid for it. So he gave me a little better deal, more details on it. So yeah, Nightwing, one of my favorite characters. And I love that run. His run on Nightwing is one of my favorite classic runs with Chuck Dixon. So again, this sketch is like one on my bucket list. Getting a sketch from Scott McDaniel, so I finally got it. So that's on my should have made my top 10, but I got a lot of big lists.
This is an honorable mention.
This is an honorable mention. Yeah, this is I got a lot of shit, man, this year.
Oh yeah, this year, like
year's
Dre said, we could easily do 20.
I could do top 50,
20,
man.
Yeah,
It's just so much, we did so much shit this year.
That piece of art is great.
Yeah.
I love the exaggerated the boots and his fist, his hands.
The details.
He draws action better than some of any. Like his. They're very cartoonish, some of his characters, but when he's drawing like somebody getting shot at or movement or like you feel like the pages. It feels like you're watching a John Woo movie.
The shading is just amazing.
This brings back great '90s memories. You know, it's just so cool.
1890s.
Yeah, man, that is wicked. That's a really nice piece.
Yeah.
Right on, Ray.
That's definitely one of my favorite pieces. So Rick didn't know this was the top 10 of 2019.
Yeah. All right.
Even though I've been mentioning this for like the past month and a half. So
It's
Rick,
okay.
what were you going to do today? What was your top 10?
Nothing. Don't. It's okay. So
Maybe an
He
honorable
could
mention.
improvise that.
I got two honorable mentions though. They're very good. Both
them
of
out.
them. Well, just for me, it's top 2019 moments, right? So
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
birthday.
just what.
Whatever.
So honorable mention was
Karaoke.
that it's gonna be on there. SNL Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
so
just
good.
I mean,
I should have put that on my.
that was just a fucking fun ass show.
Oh my god,
Classic.
I was
It
crying.
great. I got to watch it with Ray and a whole bunch of other people, and I mean, honestly, if we're getting Eddie back finally after like years of family Eddie, this is I'm give me 20 years of Eddie Murphy like this for. It's amazing.
Yeah, old don't give a fuck. Eddie
Old
Murphy.
don't give a fuck Eddie, yeah, and you can even see like I think in one of the sketches was it
The baking one where
he fucked up. He said something. He
I
said
think that was
shit.
planned.
You think it was planned?
I think it was planned.
You think it was planned?
Yeah,
It
it was
just
just too
looked-
convenient the way like it came out. Like I think it was planned, but still, it's still a great moment.
Yeah, he said. I think he said shit or
Yeah.
ass, and he just covered his mouth like, "Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to say that." But they cut away really fast.
Oh,
I think
Cut
that was
away
planned.
super fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was planned, but it was
those
fun.
skits were masterful.
It was good, man.
He came in there and kind of owned Saturday Night
Yeah, he
Live
just showed him
on-
how to do it.
Did you
Yeah.
see that one, Dre?
No.
Not yet.
Oh,
dude,
you
I
gotta
gotta
see
send you
it,
the
Dre.
videos.
It's
Yeah.
I
so
gotta send you all
fun.
the videos. It's fucking
Did you
hilarious.
go to it or no?
Huh?
You didn't go to it?
No, it's actually in New York, bro.
Yeah,
we were watching it
exactly.
here.
Oh, no, I thought you
No,
went.
I
Just-
wish I went.
Just the top moment.
No, just the top moment.
It's worthy of a
It's a good
mention.
show to watch.
Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah.
It's a good honorable mention.
Yeah, good way to end the year.
And AEW's debut.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big wrestling fan, huge wrestling fan. I've been wrestling fan since I was like fucking 5 years old.
AEW has great wrestlers.
All Elite Wrestling brought by Cody Rhodes and the Khan family who own the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dude, AEW is a good alternative. Right now, the storylines aren't. I don't.
There's a couple.
kinda touch and
Still,
go.
it's still better
I have
than
a question.
it's still better than fucking regular WWE
yeah,
program.
still better than WWE.
Who are some of the big name wrestlers in AEW?
You got Kenny Omega, of course.
John Moxley, the former
John
Dean
Moxley,
Ambrose,
former Dean Ambrose.
Chris Jericho,
Yeah, you have
nice.
the Young Bucks, which is a great tag team.
Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, the Lucha Brothers, where you see the little sign that George Kittle's throwing out, the Cero Miedo. That's exactly coming from the Lucha Brothers, which is
Sick.
great. Anytime he does a first down or makes a big catch, he hits him with a no fear.
Yeah,
And
they got some good up and coming guys
good,
too.
great.
They got some
Darby Allin.
MJF. Like these, they're bringing up these
They're
cool.
I mean, the youth. To me, the future of wrestling right now,
the Utes.
it's with AEW,
Yeah.
just because this is wrestling how I remember it back before Vince really corporatized what's going on?
When and where can I catch that?
I think TNT,
Wednesday nights.
Yeah,
TNT.
Wednesday nights on TNT, but they
What
also have a
time?
Tuesday night show.
Wednesday nights.
Oh, Wednesday night at 8:00, I believe.
8 to 11?
Check your local
No,
listings.
8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
It's a 2-hour show.
Plug.
And then AEW does a YouTube show
Tuesday nights,
on it's called AEW Dark. which I will tell you, dude, it's actually better than fucking AEW at
Because
times.
it's just
like,
pure wrestling.
Yeah, it's pure wrestling, not too much show. But
We'll talk about
Dark.
yeah, Dark. It's on YouTube, so it's free.
Yeah,
We'll talk more about AEW in a minute. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go through our top 10. We're gonna try to go quickly. We don't want to waste all your time, but we're gonna just talk about a few things. Let's start with Alejandro, Barry Alex. Give us your top 3. Your last
8, 9, and 10.
10, 9, 8. Give me your 10,
10, 9, 8. Okay. So I'm gonna say my number 10 was season 2 of Cobra Kai.
Oh, man, yeah.
I figured
Forgot about Cobra Kai, man.
I shouldn't have made my top yet.
Oh, see, I'm glad because I was trying to pick something that we wouldn't cross over, but
I'm sure there's a couple. We're definitely crossing the streams on a couple.
is
things.
worthy of mention, and so
He's worthy.
so Cobra Kai season 1 and 2. I love the way season 1 ended, and season 2 also left off with a cliffhanger.
Mr. Miyagi came back.
Yeah,
As a force coast.
That's great.
Anderson.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but great cliffhangers, and of course there's it's a little lighthearted too. It doesn't take itself way too serious, even though there is serious drama. But it's a great show and just very entertaining.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Number 9.
I love that show, man.
Number 9, I'm gonna say is another concert that I went to. I went to see Peter Murphy at the Chapel, and the Chapel is like an ex-church here in San Francisco, and they converted it into a concert hall. So that was my first show at the Chapel. And Peter Murphy, classic from, playing a classic Mr. Moonlight from Bauhaus, his group. Great stuff from the 80s, great music. And that venue is really cool. Just in a tiny little church. The sound is amazing. The view, you're intimate with the group. That was my number 9 pick.
Number 9.
Chapel here is in San Francisco.
The
right?
chapel here in San Francisco.
Okay.
It literally is a chapel, and it's called the Chapel, and it's a great place to see music. So
Cool.
That's on my list.
Number
and then number 8 is going to be let's see. I want to say Breaking Bad on the El Camino episode on Netflix. Because I'm a big fan of the TV show Breaking Bad, and this was you would think it ended perfectly. Breaking Bad ended well, but I like this little extra story. Kind of explains some things. Very simple. It has a good ending. So I'm gonna say my number 8 pick is the movie on Netflix, Breaking Bad. El Camino, a Breaking Bad story.
All right.
Pretty damn good.
All right. So we got. Okay. Cool. So recap. That was.
That was the Breaking Bad movie.
Bauhaus.
Peter Murphy at the Chapel, and what else did I say? And I said Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. All right. Cool. Dre, let's go to you. 10, 9, 8.
Sounds good. I'm gonna move these guys out the way.
Nice.
Make some room here.
So just a spoiler alert for Dre's. He's a figure guy, so he's probably all figures.
Yeah, my list is all figures. I was
figures are life, man.
I was debating if I should do like these guys, like moments, places I've been. Tahoe was definitely fun.
Figures are better, dude. I'm looking at your figures and they're fucking awesome.
Stop looking at his figure.
So
I can't stop.
To be honest with you guys, this is my first time actually doing a top 10 list, so I'm actually happy to do an all figure a list.
Oh yeah.
So let's get into it. So my top 10 is gonna be this Power Rangers Lightning collection. This is
Nice.
Everyone knows this is Tommy Oliver.
The greatest Ranger, really.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, this is just an amazing action figure by Hasbro. So Bandai USA did a run on the Power Rangers, and they just were not as great as these. The Hasbro ones are amazing. The articulation in these are great. They implemented this new like waist or like ab crunch mixed with like a diaphragm, so it has all
more
kinds of
possibility.
range of motion. Yeah, but this is definitely I think, top 10 just based on the articulation in this figure is definitely going to be set. Like, I love how he actually looked like he's in a costume.
Yeah.
He has wrinkles on him, and the Bandai one just looked all smooth.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, look at this
cool.
badass.
Yeah, it looks pretty great. I mean,
They got a Green Ranger too.
Yeah,
They have
they
a
have
Green
them all.
Yeah, I need a Green Ranger. I love Green Ranger.
Tommy's
Yeah.
awesome.
I think I have the.
They have Jason.
The other one.
I know they released
Jason David Frank, right?
Kimberly. Yeah. But yeah, Hasbro's doing this line. It's the Lightning Collection. They're doing Power Rangers from all of their series.
Yeah, it's
this
pretty
is
best.
my top 10.
His hair looks like Rick's.
That Rick profile.
He's the Brown Ranger. All right, so number 9.
Yes, number 10 right there. Okay, number 9. I'm gonna have to give it to this Mezco Blade.
That's
Definitely
that's
excited for Blade.
Very cool.
I love Blade. Mezco did a fantastic job with this figure. Like Ray said earlier, this is a little bit more higher end. Cloth goods. He actually looks like he's wearing leather pants, right? But the accessories are amazing. Like, he comes with like stakes, shotgun here. He has more accessories. I just couldn't bring them all. Like, a lot of these figures that I have come with tons of accessories, but don't want to risk losing anything. So,
Just like in the playground.
But Mezco's interpretation of this is amazing. It kind of gives you that Wesley Snipes Blade a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That, which is great. I've always wanted a Blade figure. I'm I guess big movie Blade fan. Like, I love Wesley Snipes as Blade, and yeah, definitely.
Nice.
The similarities are there, so I had to pick this one.
That's
up.
pretty nice. Pretty clean. All right, so number 8.
Number 8. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna group these guys together. It's only because they're in the same series. These are number 8 right here. These are by Hasbro. These are some of their 80th collection that they did this year.
The Marvel Classic.
Yeah, the Marvel Classics. They also had Thor in there. I have Thor as well.
Thor's pretty clean too.
Thor's pretty clean. He's probably like the best classic Thor that
Yeah.
they have going on right now in Extra Finger Forum. Better than the Toy Biz. These guys knocked the old Toy Biz out the water too. Just everything is,
The paint apps are really good.
yeah, paint apps. It's that standard Hasbro, Marvel Legend articulation, but these just look like really classic, and these are based off Alex Ross, I believe. Like, most of them, like,
Yeah.
Alex Ross art, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see it now. You can
they-
tell by the cap, like.
They made him muscular as hell.
yeah. The paint apps are great. These are just beautiful looking figures. Like
That
the
shield
Iron Man.
looks awesome too.
The Iron Man comes with the helmets. The one where he has like a a nose in like the old classic. Alex Ross, the way that he drew them. These are just classic heroes. Classic looks for them. So definitely made my list. Yeah, they're good looking figures.
Nice.
That's
All
cool,
right, cool.
man.
So, yeah, Tommy, Blade, and Marvel Legends, Cap, and Iron Man. Yeah, all right.
80s collection.
All right, Ricardo, what's
80th anniversary.
80th anniversary? Yeah, those are pretty clean. Yeah, I like those. The Hulk, the Hulk came out too?
the
Yeah,
Hulk.
I
They
kind of want
released
that
a
Hulk.
couple, yeah.
Ricky, what you got?
Oh, well, I like getting introduced to new music every now and then. And Alex invited me to go see Too Many Zoos with the Balkan Bump.
On my
At
birthday.
the Independent.
Yeah.
That was dope. I haven't heard of any other. I haven't heard of Balkan Bump before, but Too Many Zoos. I kind of like check them out on Spotify. Love their sound. It's that big baritone sax, fucking just funk feel.
That was fun.
Basically, it's a bunch of band geeks who put an actual band together.
And it's awesome because I'm a band geek myself.
we know, Rick. We know.
So
Oh, that's right.
yeah, just hearing that's
Secret
right.
origin.
So yeah, just hearing like trumpets and horns and saxophones and
Too Many
Well,
Zoos. Yeah,
Too Many
yeah. We
Zoos
saw
was
them
great.
at the Independent.
and then we were up in the little fucking VIP section, which was nice.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So it was a cool place to be.
Thanks to me.
Yeah, you got some pull, right? It was nice
Yeah.
to- You got flex,
And
and
we,
we were jumping up there.
And
so
we Ray
forgot
KO'd.
about
We
that.
Ray KO'd Bo a couple times. That was fun.
that was the first time of the night. There was a double rake, double RKO on Bo. Never been done before. And Bo, it's gonna happen again.
It will happen again.
It will
No,
happen
that's
again.
a
He
really
doesn't.
good,
He doesn't
good
deserve
band.
it. All right, cool. Too many zoos.
Too
Alex,
Many Zoos
Alex's
in
birthday.
the
Wow,
Balkan Bomb.
you must love Alex. Put it.
Yeah.
Put it
That was a good
tell
one.
him. Thank you.
He didn't say my birthday. He
Alex-
said my birthday.
Oh,
was
was your
just
birthday?
A
Oh,
that was a great
just randomly happened to fall on that
It
same
just
day.
You know, you can be all fortunate too. you know?
Hey, thank you for Thai food, for buying us Thai food that day too.
That's cool,
as
man.
well, I appreciate it.
It's the last time he bought us anything.
It was really good. I really hey, I'm mentioning it, so I'm really being sincere. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was no
All right,
problem. dude.
number 9.
Number 9. Like, see, after all of that, right? Fuck ROH with your punk ass. ROH, you know.
ROH.
No, excuse me, New Japan Pro.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
New
like,
Japan
yeah.
Pro. Why don't I write down that ROH? Okay, New Japan Pro in San Jose.
Yeah.
It was, dude, fun time out. You know, fucking, I got this guy over here cutting promos on New Japan Pro Wrestling television.
Oh yeah, there might be some video in Japan of
we
me.
need to find this video.
Oh man,
Oh, yeah.
that was fucked up too.
He was cutting promos all
Stupid
about
fat American.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
Oh yeah, that was
it
pretty good. Too. You should have recorded it. We could add it.
It's Switchblade Jay Lethal that night. You know, Bullet Club members. I like watching. Oh, Will Ospreay was amazing.
Yeah.
So just to see all these guys from different federations. You know, I love wrestling. Not just I may have grown up with WWE, but I branched out into NWA, into CZW, into all these other promotions. ECW back in the day, NWA. But New Japan Pro, it's when they get out here, if you get a chance, or even like take a look at the local ones. This guy, look at him, he's just playing with the fingers.
I don't like, that shield is way too small. It
Yeah,
needs
it's
to-
way too small. That was the issue.
Yeah, I'd switch that one out with the.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, Rick. Go ahead.
New Japan.
New Japan.
Great, dude. He's got the cap.
Well, I just want to get some poses for the fans.
What?
mean-
You're wearing your tank top.
He just wants to fucking show off his muscles on the thing.
Showing off the goods.
I'm just gonna.
Let me put this down.
Throw it there.
Excuse me while I whip this out. All right, number was
All
a
right, that's
Number 8.
number 8, Rick.
Okay, so we went to go see the Wolfman's Got Nards.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
That was great.
Damn.
That, you know, we were there.
yeah.
Got to see a great thing about the Monster Squad documentary over at the Alamo Draft House. That place has a lot of great memories for me, and to just add it to it that year, you know, that once again, you know, I was with my Monster Squad going in there, and we got to meet and take a picture with Andre Gower.
Andre Gower.
Yeah, you know, from Sean, who played Sean in the Monster Squad.
you
I have a
haven't-
Stephen King rules shirt. If you guys can't fucking pick him out in the lineup, if you haven't watched the movie.
He's the main guy.
The
He's the
Monster
main guy.
Squad right
Yeah.
there, huh?
Yeah, Monster Squad's right up
Such
there.
a good movie.
It's an awesome. It's
Better
an
than
awesome 80s
Goonies.
movie.
Better than Goonies.
Better than Goonies,
Ooh.
even though I have a Goonies shirt on right now.
You do, huh?
Yeah, I think
It's
that
a-
movie is definitely better than.
That holds up a
Goonies.
lot.
Holds up a
I
lot
was
better.
always a defender of Goonies, like fucking like Goonies, like that. But like over the years, like I appreciate Monster Squad.
Monster Squad, yeah. It's just it came out the wrong time.
Yeah,
If it would have came out maybe like 6 months later,
yeah.
or maybe even a year later, it would have been a hell of a
Yeah,
lot
it came
better.
out-
It came out during Batman.
It came out 2 weeks after Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it kinda-
Oh.
it's almost like the same kind of vibe
It's like
too.
and yeah, and
2 weeks after Lost
2 weeks,
Boys.
and not just
Wow.
that. Lost Boys to me is just the classic,
Right,
classic
right.
movie. But you know, the big thing is that we got to meet Sean.
yeah.
We got to meet Rudy.
Rudy, drunk ass Rudy. Yeah, that was
Drunk
great.
ass Rudy.
That was great.
You know, I love him for that one.
So,
it was
so we
just
got
great.
all right. So,
So
recap.
to recap, number 10 was Too Many Zoos in the Balkan Bump for Alex's birthday at the Independent with my guys over there. And then there was also
Hondo.
a lot more friends and family there. So number 9 was New Japan Pro at the San Jose Convention Center,
San Jose Civic.
Civic Auditorium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something
Civic Auditorium, where you kept on messing with somebody in line. What was her name? That she was like you started to chant when we were getting beer in line. Yeah, one of the
Wrestlers, one of the lady
No,
wrestlers?
one of his coworkers was like working.
Oh
there.
yeah.
It
Courtney
was
was there.
Courtney.
Yeah. Of
And
course,
he-
she works
we-
merch and stuff.
We
Yeah.
loved Courtney chants, and it was just. It was
I know how to get
really?
I know how to get a crowd riled up, man.
Yeah.
They
She
started
was, like,
saying,
screaming
"We
at
love
Courtney."
Courtney."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she was hilarious. I had the whole line.
It was pretty sick. So getting to meet Sean and Rudy
Yeah, that's
for
pretty-
Monster
yeah.
Squad,
That's a good
man.
one,
I mean,
yeah.
that was pretty.
Should've been on
pretty
my
The
dope.
documentary is very good too.
Yeah.
It was
was
great.
good.
They're gonna have another like meet and greet and another showing of that documentary when the Blu-ray comes out. He said
He did. Oh, if it does come out,
Let's
yeah,
do
we
it.
gotta do it.
Yeah, we're down for
And
sure.
yeah, let's get people there.
Yeah.
We'll announce it before we go.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck people. They don't deserve it. All right, it's pretty good so far. So let's go with my list. Number 10 on my list was Emerald City Con. This happened back in March of this year. This was just kind of after I was had some health issues, so I definitely needed a trip, and I was kind of still hurting at that time, but it was a much needed vacation after going through a little bit of hell. So yeah, me, Alex, our buddy Fritchie, and our buddy Matt, we all went to Seattle, and first time in Seattle was great. Alex actually went to Emerald City last year, and he's had he had a great time. So we like, oh, let's go this year. So we went this year. Great con, great city. Picked up some cool shit, met some cool people, had some great food. So it was a great convention. Might even be going back this year. We'll see. But yeah, Emerald City Con. It's my top 10 of the year, moments of the year. It was a great,
you had
great
nice
con.
pickups at that Emerald City Con.
Yeah, it's a couple sketches, and I'll be showing off one of them a little bit later. But yeah, it was a great.
It's a legit con.
Yeah, it's one of the best cons on the West Coast for sure.
I'm gonna go with you next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta go now too.
You're not invited. She went last year.
Who, me?
We should talk
Guns
about
Guns
that.
McDre. Over
Go,
there.
Guns McDre. Sorry, dog.
Scumbag Guns McDre. The legacy continues.
He's so happy playing with his fingers.
He's just.
We lost him.
Kind of creepy, bro. Kind of creepy.
He's doing his natural
writing an
element.
episode
This
of
is
The
why.
Mandalorian to take your
YouTubers are getting banned on YouTube.
He's working on his poses.
Yeah, he's a poser. All right, so number 9 on my list is the great Smokey Robinson at the
Yes.
Paramount Theater.
Oh, that's awesome.
A couple months ago. Smokey Robinson, legendary singer, back in the 60s. One of my favorite all-time singers. Got to see, he was on my bucket list for a long time. So finally got to see him this the year, thanks to Dina. Dina, she hooked it up. At the Paramount Theater, nice old school theater. Great concert. We were like front row, like second row, front, dead center. Like, yeah, like we made icon. Smokey like impregnated me with his eyes. Yeah.
So
it was a great concert. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. Definitely my top 5 favorite concerts ever, experiences ever. So definitely one of the best ones for sure.
I got to go to that show. I got a last minute ticket. I was in the balcony, and I'm not going to miss out on a chance to see a legend like Smokey Robinson. The only thing is I felt a little underdressed because I didn't plan on going. I would have dressed up nice. And
You show up like Dre?
I showed up like I was at that concert like I'm dressed right now, and I was just like,
Gun show.
but
lady.
but I gotta say that from the balcony I could see you up front. You were way right there.
I
You
was
were
up in- I was
practically
part of the band.
hugging. Yeah, you were right there on the stage. I mean, he was close.
Man,
Like, they had
I
some
turned it-
excellent seats.
I turned into a sassy black lady that night too. I was like, "Yeah, Smokey, go Smokey, kill him!" It was so much fun. Great show, great time that night. All right, so that was my number 9. Number 8 on my list is Stranger Things season 3.
Oh, I'm surprised that didn't make my list.
Yeah, it's a great season. Like a lot of people didn't like season 2. I like season 2. I think there was a couple episodes they could have left out, but season 3 was definitely great. Just hit all the marks. Great references, great homages, great storyline, great character beats with Dustin and Steve, and just a great season. I'm really looking forward to season 4. Just all around great season, great action. Just really pleased with that season. I'm happy that it exists in our world, and we'll get a couple more seasons out
I
of
gotta
it.
watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Yeah,
Season
you
three?
did.
I gotta catch up on a lot of TV shows. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
The good thing is it's
It's
a
okay, Jay,
fast
you can
watch,
speak up.
man.
you can speak up, bro. Don't be shy.
It's a fast watch. You'll like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go by
Just
quick.
gotta
Yeah,
get
eight
time to watch
episodes.
it, yeah.
It's a great series. So yeah, Emerald City Con, Smokey Robinson, Stranger Things. All right, so let's go to Dre next. He's very excited to show off his next 3. So what's the number?
Are they closed already?
You skipped out.
No, we're changing up the order.
Changing up the order. All right. Let me move these
So
guys
this
out
is
the way. What is this?
what is this?
7, 8, 9? No.
4, 5, 6,
Six.
No.
7, 8, 9.
Well,
No,
we did 10, 9, 8.
6, 5,
7, 6, 5.
7, 6,
7, 6, 5.
7,
Oh fuck! I fucked up on my list already.
5, 6, 7.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
You got one ahead of the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dre's up. 5, 6, 7.
7, 6, 5.
7.
Yes, 7, 6, 5.
765. All right, so coming in at number 7
That's dope.
is a Marvel Legends yet again. This is Beast.
Hank McCoy.
Hank McCoy. That's right. This is Hasbro did this rendition. Is basically I guess they went after Jim Lee's look. They've been doing a lot of the Jim Lee run this year. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually got this custom lab coat for him. The articulation in this figure is amazing. It beats the Toy Biz one out of the water.
Yeah, not even close.
The paint apps on this thing is amazing. Like, everything is great. I'm gonna try to get this little walking pose for him, but
yeah, that whole line, that whole series was pretty good.
I can't.
Down goes Beast. Down goes Beast.
Man, I totally picture the cartoon, man.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. Like,
The only thing is missing some glasses. If you had a little-
yeah, or like a book in his hand. I wish he had an alternate face too, where he's wearing the glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a smile.
Yeah, well, yeah, just the 2 little teeth showing.
Yeah,
you know.
just a little smile. Yeah, I like the Hank.
Yeah,
McCoy
but the
with
articulation is amazing. They implemented, like, how going back to that Tommy Oliver figure, they implemented that same torso piece, so you can do tons of motion. Like, this guy has incredible balance. Like, everyone's did review on him. The balance on one hand.
Yeah, very cool.
Very cool. Just a overall good looking figure. Definitely.
He can balance on.
I like
one
the
hand.
coat.
Yeah.
Like
The
if
coat
it's
is
a different
pretty cool.
pose.
Yeah, in a different
Oh no
pose.
shit!
Yeah.
Pop
That's
this
kinda
collar.
sick.
Yeah, this.
Where'd you get the?
I forgot where I picked up this
eBay?
coat. It was
Oh,
on
collar.
eBay, but it's custom and has a wire to it, so you can
You can find some cool accessories.
manipulate. Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like make your figure just a
So
little
I think
bit.
Hasbro tried to do that cover, that X-Men cover, that Jim Lee cover.
No, yeah. I've seen people like with the poses. And
Yeah,
everything.
exactly. They mimicked that exact cover.
Yeah.
You know which one it is?
Yeah, the
The
X-Men
hand
number 1.
down-
X-Men
hand down
number
in the
one,
jump.
Yeah.
The
That's
hand
cool.
down with the jump or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But it has everybody from Magneto,
Mhm.
Wolverine,
Yeah.
Cyclops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a great
called
cover.
X-Men number 1. Yeah.
Jean Grey. Yeah.
Cool.
So
All
this
right.
is my number 7.
Number 7. Number 6.
Number 7. All right, number 6.
Sexy number
We're
6.
gonna go down the line.
Ooh.
I got this Freddy vs. Jason figure by NECA.
NECA, please.
Yes, sir. So definitely Freddy vs. Jason, one of my favorite Freddy, I guess, Jason movies. It was amazing. I think it came out in 2003. I think.
It's been that long.
It's been a while. But they captured, NECA did an amazing job, like just with the sculpt and what Jason was wearing. He comes with tons of accessories, a couple head sculpts, bloody mask with
2003.
at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, when him and Freddy are fucking each other up, and it's great. It actually comes with a flame effect.
Sword. That was.
Yep, for the sword, which is pretty nice. You can get that that last scene where he has his sword on
The other
fire
way.
before he cuts
No, the other way.
Freddy up. Yeah, I mean it.
Your
Oh,
physics don't make any sense.
Yeah,
Windy.
it, should
Can I
be,
turn him around?
it should be on the top.
I don't know if you know how fire works.
Yeah, but overall, NECA just with their sculpt.
He wanted to be a fireman at
it's
one
just
point.
movie accurate. If
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
It's pretty. It's a nice figure, and like I said, Freddy vs. Jason is one of my favorite.
As a Jason
slashers.
fan, dude, that looks
Yeah.
fucking beautiful and amazing.
It is.
What do you guys
Super
think
cool.
about the movie? I know going off.
I liked all the Freddy versus Jason stuff. Like the
Yeah.
human story was stupid, but
They need to add something like that, but the whole thing that I like about it is that they weaved it with the whole the drug.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It was a good like.
I've never
homage to
seen
it.
it.
never
Hypnosil.
seen Hypnosil.
Never
Yeah,
seen it.
that's the drug that Nancy was taking in Dream Warrior.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I love that they kind of like
Yeah,
harken back to that.
Paid homage to a lot
yeah,
of old school shit.
I love it.
Yeah.
They
The story
love that.
did kind of suck.
I didn't care.
You've
but,
never seen this movie, Alex?
No.
Never seen Freddy vs.
Dude,
Jason.
Yeah, this is on the list that I gotta watch this with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I've never read the
definitely.
comics.
I love
I
it.
know.
Okay,
that,
as long as we watch John Wick.
Oh yeah, we're watching both.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just I'm ashamed of myself that I haven't seen 2 or 3 right now.
Yeah, and I never read the comics, so I heard Ash was in the comics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the unproduced script for the sequel. They're going to do
I got both.
Freddy versus
Right,
Jason
right.
versus
Well,
Ash.
Versus
second
Ash
one's not
from
good.
Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Second one's good.
That was
dude.
like in the works. That was
Second
actually,
one's
they were,
good.
but they didn't think Ash was like a big enough character to help carry a movie. But that would have been like the
That would have
greatest
been
movie.
amazing.
Are you
Yeah.
crazy?
As a
Yeah.
horror
Like,
fan, that
come
would
on.
have been
Well,
total fan service.
Evil Dead is very niche, dude. It's not. You may it may be embedded in your skull, but not
everybody.
Joe
Yeah.
Blow don't know about
Would
those movies.
the movie going public rather see Ash versus Jason versus Freddy, or Freddy versus Jason. I think Freddy versus Jason is what the public wants. You know.
Yeah.
Me, I want fucking throw Ash in there. Definitely throw Ash in there.
Ash in anything.
Throw Ash in there.
Exactly.
He'll fuck
He's
shit
like
up.
the underrated character out of the three.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. So number 5.
Number 5. All right. So speaking of Freddy versus Jason,
Wow,
well,
I'm ashamed
we
of
got
you.
Freddy right here.
I'm mad.
What's that?
Because Freddy's fucking before Jason.
Well, it's just a figure.
Jason should have been higher on.
I don't know. I mean, okay.
Hey, don't get political.
Let's reverse it.
I mean, to be honest, I love Jason. I feel like Jason has a lot of, cooler kills. His kills are just, sick. But I don't know, Freddy, I kind of have a special, like, attachment to Freddy. Like, I grew up watching Freddy movies before. I watched the Friday the 13th series. So Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's the ever-going debate with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Jason number 1 for sure.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger. Yeah, he has a special place in my heart. Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger. Classic. This is actually from Mexico.
He has one of Alex's hats.
Gives him confidence.
Buena Vista.
I love it.
Yeah, so this figure's actually from Mesco, that same company. It's cloth goods. Yeah, it's actually from the first Nightmare on Elm Street. Hence the no stripes on the sleeves. But I think they did a great job on the figure.
The face sculpt is amazing.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of different accessories.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
It's pretty clean.
Freddy.
Yes, sir. I've been waiting for. They have a lot of.
I want to play with Alex now, dude.
We should put Freddy against Jason. Come on.
They don't scale,
Or
bro.
do that little. This is God.
Jason will just tower over.
It's like
that
mini.
little
Yeah,
short fucker.
mini.
Yeah, but he's a dream character, so.
Look at this shit. It looks like his son. He's sticking his son out.
Boy. Freddy was like somewhat like a little bit right here would be more in scale.
Yeah.
They'd probably be
Mesco
buddies,
shortens
man.
their figures a lot.
Yeah.
Mesco's
because
they
they recycle body types.
Yeah, Necco's like more of a 7.5. Well, this is probably taller since it's Jason.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So
waiting for
Beast, Jason, and Freddy. All right,
sir.
cool. Let's go to Rick next, just to switch it up.
Alright, so. Alright, not to be sentimental or anything.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. But this right here. This is one of the best moments, I think, of the year for me. San Francisco Comic Book Company is, to me,
Yeah, what ass? That should have been mine. God.
Sorry.
Oh,
No,
wow.
sorry.
I really don't like this show, actually.
No, it's just great.
Not enough
It's
to be
just
on your list.
Us to talk about it.
Maybe
and
next year I
Yeah.
might show up on my top 10.
Hopefully we have some.
we just
What are
get
you,
to talk
Steve?
about shit, and it's not just that, We get to talk about, with
Like, what are you,
with all
Stephen
this stuff
King?
that we love, with my friends, and then introduce to new people that, yeah, it's the fucking, what is that Ray Firestone moment from
Those
ESPN?
are just two.
Yeah, so, but yeah, just hanging out with you guys, getting to talk about all this stuff, looking at figures, and, I can probably play with the toys later, like Dre and shit. But yeah, San Francisco Comic
Good
Book
times, man.
Company. Yeah,
Good
it's
times.
just, these are good times, man. So
Good times with dorks.
Hopefully-
yeah. Good times with the public here, the people,
The people.
So,
Hopefully,
yeah.
viewers check out some of the stuff we recommend, some of the stuff we talk about.
If we change one person's life, that's all that this
If,
is.
you know what? If somebody watches Wolfman's Got Nards because we mentioned it here, I'm fucking happy about it.
Yeah, and you can hate it or love it, but
If so, if one viewer buys Dre a proper T-shirt, that's what makes it all worth it.
it's a success.
It calls him Guns McDre.
I just woke up.
Scumbag.
Right?
Guns! I said Guns McDre, not Scumbag Dre.
Oh, helmet fell.
Oh, jeez.
All right,
think it's
so
on the
so yeah, San Francisco Comic Book Company. This number 7.
All right, number 7. Number 6, Rick.
Number 6 was birthday karaoke with you fuckers too. Birthday karaoke was awesome.
Birthday karaoke.
Birthday karaoke for my birthday.
I don't remember any of this.
So Rick in what I would say the last 2 years, he's been very much into
Karaoke.
karaoke.
I just, you know what? I'm just throwing it out there because I'm finally, I'm doing karaoke. Like, I don't give a shit anymore. Get up there, have a good time. So that's what karaoke's about.
For a good time, karaoke.
It's a middle-aged rite of passage.
Wow.
I have to say, cause come on, when you were 20, did you say, "Hey, let's go karaoke"? When you were,
I mean, I would every now and then, but like one song and that's it. Now I just like to fucking get up there.
Oh, yeah, it's a full-blown fucking concert.
Oh, yeah. You should actually pay to watch it. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you were doing In the End, so it was fucking awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
hey, that's what happened
We did
after?
in the end. I'm not gonna lie. When you're up there,
It's fun, man.
It's fun when you don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck anymore. It's fun. Coming soon, there's gonna be a fucking video everywhere of that karaoke.
Do a live.
And there's gonna be more karaoke.
So we're burning all that
There's
shit.
gonna be
YouTube
like,
Live?
I want to do like a bi-monthly fucking karaoke kind of jam. So
I never get tired of you doing your rendition of Mr. Brightside.
I can only do that if
Mr. Brightside by Mr. Brightside.
Mr. Right Side.
Mr. Wrong Side.
Mr. Night Side.
Because I'm Mr. Brown Side.
Okay. I'll do Mr. Brightside, but next time I have to do that early because my voice started hurting by the end of that time. It was,
All right. So recap, Rick.
wait. So is that only 6 and 7? I mean,
Oh yeah, number 5.
number 5. Number 5 just came out. Rise of Skywalker.
Nice.
I wanted to throw that in there too.
Yeah. This is something. I mean, I don't even know. Can I go a little? I'm not gonna go to spoilers actually. No
Yeah.
spoilers. But
Well,
one
say that for
thing.
another.
One thing I like about this movie, it doesn't. And I thought about this. It doesn't change things from the Last Jedi. It doesn't like retcon it. It explains it, which is actually. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or how you can take it as a slight on the Last Jedi. Going back to, I think I mentioned once before that somebody mentioned that things were gonna make. I can hear them crying on when they were doing like a review about Star Wars about certain things, and I have no issue with what they were crying about because it happened in the other 2 movies. No spoilers still. I'm just being vague. We'll talk about this.
It's a very polarizing movie, though. Some people,
Star
I have
Wars-
friends that hate it.
But
Star Wars is polarizing right now.
I wanna
Like
ask them
Star
about-
Wars
yeah.
cannot do anything right now because the fan base has all these things written in their head. They think they know what the story should be.
Right.
So it's like it's going to be
So-
you're going to be upset no matter what. Like people are they have these high expectations, and I'm sorry, there's never going to be another Empire Strikes Back. There's never going to be another.
You're not
There's
going to
never-
have that sense of
never gonna
wonder
happen.
when you were a kid. Come on.
And people act like the old movies were perfect. They're not. There was goofy shit in those too.
Yeah,
If those movies were released today and they had the internet,
say they'd
people
suck.
would still be hating on them. People
they'll
would be
be
hating on
stomping
them.
on them.
Like, why is that robot, that gold robot's annoying, or this? Why is that humor's not right? Like, so Star Wars is like. I just sit back and enjoy the movies at this point. I had problems with The Last Jedi, but Rise of Skywalker, it was fun. It hit all the bases for a Star Wars movie.
redeemed. That's exactly how I felt. It redeemed
redeemed
the.
it.
I've only watched The Last Jedi twice, ever. This is the one movie out of Star Wars that I've only seen 2 times. Everything else I've seen in spades, like 10, 20, 15, like an amazing amount of times. I love Star Wars, but Last Jedi I've only seen twice. Because of Rise of Skywalker, I kind of want to go back and visit The Last Jedi based on what they showed me. Now that I know things that they, Last Jedi should have showed me some of this stuff that they did in Rise of Skywalker, but didn't. So but
Last Jedi is a bad middle movie because this one had to do 2 movies in one.
Exactly.
So like, I
how
don't want to go
I
off on
feel.
Last
So-
Jedi again. Let's not.
But Rise of Jedi still is my
Rise of Jedi. What?
Excuse me, Rise of Skywalker because I want Return of the Jedi.
Spoiler alert.
Rise of Skywalker is my Rise of Skywalker is my
Skywalker's a Jedi?
the best. It's the best of this new trilogy to me. Still.
So, okay.
Sorry, so that was number 5, right?
I had
Number
some
5.
friends
we
that
can go
said
off on that.
oh, they're trying to ruin my
commentary on that.
childhood. And I'm like,
No,
man,
they're
your
pretty-
childhood is trying to ruin my adulthood. Like,
It's not your childhood anymore.
Yeah,
I understand
get
that.
outta
It's a
here,
whole different
like-
story.
yeah,
nowadays,
you're
man.
you're not a child
But the-
anymore.
one
Like
thing
I said,
is
people have
Disney
this
has control.
people have this story written in their head, like the way it should be. And I understand because I have this expectation for Star Wars, but like I'm just learning to like just enjoy these movies for what they are.
Yeah.
They're not going to be perfect, and just go along for the ride, man. They're entertainment, man. Just be entertained by these movies.
I
If
found
you don't
it
like it,
entertaining.
stop watching them.
My advice for Disney is the next time you have an idea for a trilogy, make sure you have one coherent voice writing the whole thing and not splitting it up between
Some
whoever's going to be
consistency,
doing
yeah.
just to have consistency.
Yeah.
And then just have a guideline to go through, and the directors are good with it.
I think if Abrams directed all 3, I think this would have been a way better
Yeah,
trilogy.
I agree.
The way I look at The Last Jedi, it's just a bad movie. I mean,
It's
regardless
a
if
fine-
Star Wars film.
it's a
It's
fine-
just a
movie.
bad-
It's
just a
fine
bad
Star
filmmaking.
Wars
It's
movie.
fine. Like technically wise. But it's a guy that like, oh, I want to make a modern film out of Star Wars, and that's not what Star Wars is supposed to be. Star Wars is old school filmmaking, old school serials, and you're trying to make a modern movie out of Star Wars. It just didn't work. Well, it didn't work for me. It worked for a lot of people, but like a lot of people that like Last Jedi are not really like hardcore Star Wars fans. They're like the casual Star Wars fans. Like, oh, I just enjoyed it for what
It's the best movie in the whole.
I mean, to be honest, I'm happy that they're still making them.
Yeah,
so am I.
Happy that they're still making them.
I'm just glad they're done with the Skywalker saga and we can move on as Star Wars fans.
It's nice to get excited
that's where I'm
every
at
year
now.
for a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
All right, no more Star Wars.
Sorry.
Actually, I have more Star Wars.
I wonder what's going to be talked about.
Yeah, I'm sure we're all going to talk about that soon. All right, so I'm going to go with mine next. Let's go number 7. I have I fucked up on my list, but whatever. We talked about AEW. I'm taking AEW off. They have to take it. I had to make a cut somewhere. So number 7 on my list is Marvel Legends Worthy Captain America Walmart exclusive. I love this figure. One of my favorite Marvel Legends this year. This year was a pretty damn good year for Marvel Legends. I think this is probably one of the best years they've ever had. This figure, I actually went to a Walmart for a few times looking for it, so I ended up just buying it online. This figure is amazing. The sculpt is great. The shield is great. The hammer looks cool. Just that one of the best moments. I would say this would tie in. It has the best moment too for the year for when Cap. Spoiler alert for Avengers Endgame if you haven't seen that while you're watching this channel. So just Cap gets the hammer. It's been teased in a couple other movies, but he is worthy. Probably one of my best moments in cinema this year. Definitely one of my favorite moments. But worthy Cap, Marvel Legends, great figure. Really enjoy that figure. Let's see, number 6 on Ray's list.
Should have been on my list.
Oh yeah.
So House of X this year, written by Jonathan Hickman. This is the series. It went back and forth from House of X and Power of X. I have a review online. We'll put a link in the description. The state of the X-Men. This storyline pretty much got me back to going to comic book shops weekly. I did have which I haven't done, and I still go to comic shop every once in a while when something good comes out. But this actually brought me back into going to a comic shop weekly and picking up books, having a pull list, which I haven't had in a long time. But this storyline is amazing. The collection just came out, and it's a 12-issue series. Just kind of rebooting the X-Men, but rebooting it, but still paying homage to what came before it, so it doesn't forget the past. Just a great storyline. Got me back, like I said, got me back into collecting comics weekly.
Back in the game.
Super ambitious, man. So ambitious. Jonathan Hickman is quite the writer, man. He's really good.
It's a crazy. It goes from to the past to the future. Like it's amazing storytelling.
It flips the Marvel universe, the X-Men universe, and the Marvel universe on its head. Mm-hmm. It is just amazing. Like the ramifications are great. The long term, what's gonna evolve out of this storyline is we're gonna have years and years of storytelling.
Is this the McTaggart thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I can know.
Spoiler alert!
No. That's why I just said McTaggart thing. I didn't say anything.
Moira! House of X, great book. Just the collected form. I'm just super excited about X-Men. Some of the stories spinning out have been great, but they're actually getting better. So I'm actually more excited now. But just a great storyline. Definitely one of my favorite things of the year. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's good. Very good.
I'm gonna have to read that.
It's highly recommended.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. All right, so that was number 6. Number 5 on my list. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This movie was amazing. Going to see it. This was my birthday movie. About 25 of us went to the movies to go see this thing. Just a great movie, a great Quentin Tarantino movie. If you love, a lot of people, there's a lot more Quentin Tarantino haters nowadays for some reason. He's a great filmmaker. I understand.
Thing to do now.
He's like a hip hop. He's like the RZA of movie directing. He takes all these great things you've seen from the past and making something new but fresh. It definitely borrows from a lot of other things, but that's what he does, and that's great. And like, if Quentin Tarantino didn't do that, you probably wouldn't hear about some of these movies that he's referencing. So it's just making people aware of these movies. This is the Steelbook. Great rendition, and on the back is the best part because it has Brandy, the real star of the movie. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. My
great
big
performances.
Yeah,
by
That
DiCaprio.
almost made my list.
DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, especially Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's fucking
Brad Pitt's
great.
Best role he's ever had.
Yeah, probably the best role he's ever had.
Yeah. Yeah, just a greatly directed, great music. Soundtrack is amazing, and that was a great night too.
And it says something about Hollywood too, you know, which is pretty cool. I was talking to my buddy about that, and we were talking about how like it's not always the people you see on screen that are really doing stuff for Hollywood. It's the people you don't see on the screen, and I think he's trying to say that in this movie.
Through certain characters.
Yeah, so. Very good, Ray. I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a great time too. Yeah,
that was a good time.
It was good. We had the whole row of in the theater. We had like a shitload of people with us. Popped some champagne in the middle. It was a good birthday. That was a good birthday week. So yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, so Marvel Legends Cap, House of X, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's my 765. Alejandro.
765.
Barry Alex.
All right, let's do 765. Okay, I'm gonna say number 7 is Adam Driver, the actor. He's on a roll with movies. Of course, you know him as Kylo Ren, and then I saw 2 movies that he just came out with. I think like in November or December. One is The Report. And it's basically
that's the Amazon one, right?
That's the Amazon one is called The Report, and he basically plays like a journalist. Well, he's assigned by the CIA, I believe, to look into some crimes, considering torture and stuff. Very good drama, very good movie. And then I also saw the one with Scarlett Johansson, A Marriage Story.
Oh, I heard about that one.
That one, wow.
That's intense.
It's very intense. Johansson is really good, but nobody's better than Adam Driver in this movie. He is damn good. Like he's just it's like that old movie Kramer versus Kramer where they
Woody Allen.
They talk about divorce and stuff. And that's pretty much it's a couple that's going through the process of divorce. But they're trying to do the right thing, and the acting is superb. So he's on a roll. I have not seen the Jim Jarmusch movie that he did.
Dead Don't Die.
Yeah, The Dead Don't Die. But that was also 2019. So him as an actor, he had a great year.
He was great in Rise of Skywalker too. Some of the best.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, some of the best acting probably in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's legit, man. He's totally legit.
Number 5.
Number 5 is the movie The Parasite, the Korean movie. I wanted to include this because I've been thinking about that movie more and more. I'm going to see it again. I've seen it. It won the Cannes Film Festival, the Palme d'Or, the top international award. It's a South Korean movie, and it's basically about, it really talks about classism and capitalism. It's a critique of it. It's about a really dirt poor family that infiltrates a rich family by getting positions of power in their house, like a driver, caretaker, housekeeper. And so like this whole family, they get hired by fooling the rich family into getting, in order to gain some power and gain, leverage of this rich people. It has a crazy ending, very good movie. I just recommend it. If you like foreign films, if you can handle foreign films, and the filming of it is fantastic.
All right, number 5.
Number 5, I'm gonna say is Hamilton. I went to see Hamilton this year, and it was an amazing experience. Just the music, the singing, the stage production, the experience is just fantastic. There's great singing, it's pure art, entertaining as hell. 3 hours and it goes by like that. It's great. It's just, I can't recommend that enough. So, so Hamilton was fantastic.
So Adam Driver,
Parasite,
and
Hamilton.
All right.
Nice.
Pretty good. Draytown.
All right, so where are we at? 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, everybody did their 4-3-2.
All right.
Oh no, 4-3-2. Yeah.
4, 3, 2.
4, 3, 2.
All right, this list is getting harder and harder to go down.
That's what she said. Yeah.
So kind of trying to last minute choose 4 and 3 right here. You know,
Last minute.
it's got to be what
It's
it's
not
got.
it's not gonna hold up in court, man. We're just gonna lists are fluid, man.
All right, so number 4 is gonna be this NECA Shredder
Oh, wow.
from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Very nice.
1990 and 89, 90.
90, right?
90, right?
Yeah.
I believe it's 90. Anyways, this is from SDC 2019 this year. He
Very
actually came with the foot, which I have right here. He also came
So
with
sick.
another foot.
Oh, that's cool.
And he also came with Splinter.
90.
What can I say about this movie, man? I mean, these figures, grew up watching the movie, loved the movie.
Still holds up, the movie, man.
The movie still holds up. Yeah, part 2 is still, you know,
I
up
saw- I
there
like
pretty
part two,
good,
yeah.
too.
1 and 2 are great.
1 and 2
really
are
good.
the best, but you
Third
know,
is an abomination.
But Shredder,
Not that bad.
It's fucking dirty bad.
just the you know, they got the, you know, the little glitter on his I don't know, what would you call it? Was it a gi? I mean, I don't know, but his
super
costume
gi.
here, NECA did a fantastic job. Oroku Saki right here. Yeah, man, what can I say? Badass villain, you know, Shredder.
Sick-
he's
sick ass figure.
That
man.
helmet looks super cool.
Yeah, NECA with the detail. Always
NECA don't
comes
fuck
through.
around.
You know, it's
Pretty
it's
clean.
an amazing figure.
Can
The
you-
cape alone, you know, looks exactly what it
Pretty
did.
clean.
Like, shiny, you know, what it did like in the movie.
All right, so
Can you
number-
show that close, Trey, real quick?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No worries, man.
All right,
Yeah,
so
it's so
number
That looks just like him.
number 3, Dre.
Don't rush me, bro.
Rushing you, bro. Gotta get the get half.
All right, so number 3 is gonna be this Mayfix Iron Spider. Yeah, I love you know, Spider-Man. Iron Spider was pretty sick in Infinity War. This figure does
That
a
is
good
great.
job representing that. I love the what do they call them? The something with a W.
Something with the what?
Collar?
No, the legs, like Waldo's.
There's
why
Waldo.
they
Waldo.
yeah,
fuck are you talking
they gave the name to the, you know, the arms Waldo's, but anyways, Mayfix had a great comic Spider-Man this year also, but I just love the
Oh yeah, that Spider-Man looks.
Yeah, the
it's
comic
like It's
one,
like an Eric Larson, almost like McFarlane kind of.
yeah, exactly.
That is a cool figure.
This
man.
is a cool figure. This is made by Mayfix, that, you know, Japanese import company that we've been talking about. The paint apps are amazing. He's actually metallic. Well, you know, this is the closest thing in 6-inch figure form that looks movie accurate. You know, besides the Hot Toys. The Hot Toys is always going to be better, but yeah, this is a fun figure to pose. I mean, movie accurate. The arms, you know, looks amazing. Kind of expensive, but I think it's well worth it. You know, everyone had a soft spot for you know, Spider-Man in Infinity War, so
Pretty clean.
yeah, had to have it.
All right, so
Cool. Very
number 2 on the
All
Dre
right,
list.
number 2.
Two,
I think these are some of the best figures. I don't know, man. In the last couple years, I think I've been collecting now for like 6 years, maybe 7, and I've never been excited for, you know, top 2 or, you know, but these right here, going back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, these are the NECA TMNT original TMNT movie, 1990. I don't know if I could fit them all here.
You could do it. You could do
Turtle
it.
power, man.
Yeah,
can do
but
it.
I
Looks
couldn't,
sick,
you know,
man.
couldn't just,
You
you know,
got the
have
MC
one.
Hammer figure, man.
If they made him Vanilla Ice.
There you go.
Yeah, but this is
Go
amazing
Ninja,
right
go
here. This
Ninja.
is like I said, a great interpretation of the figures. This is my childhood right now. Like, I grew up watching this movie.
The details on those.
The details are just amazing.
Yeah, the shields on the back,
yeah.
the turtle
The
shells.
turtle shells, but the faces.
The
man,
faces,
they're-
everything is just accurate.
Everybody's got their little.
Everyone has their own
facial
characteristics.
That's so cool.
Like NECA did an amazing job. This is actually the second run of them. So these were released, I think, in 2018. They were a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and these are actually the ones from GameStop. These are the GameStop exclusives. They're pretty much the same figures. Of course, if you got the STC ones, you got them, you know, earlier, basically. But yeah, these had to make my list. These are some of the, you know, most.
Pretty clean. Yeah,
I mean, they look
wrap.
sick all together.
The,
Like
the,
when you
cha-
have-
the challenge. What are name each one?
okay, Donatello, Leonardo,
That's not really
Mikey,
the challenge, man.
Raphael.
Okay.
That's the
I
challenge.
don't know. I don't know them by the colors of their.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
How do you know them by?
He's too old. That's why.
Yeah, I'm too old.
Yeah. If you ask him about Shogun Warriors, he'll name them all. But yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
different
but, these figures
different generation.
That's coming.
are amazing. You know, if you love the old school '90s movie, get these figures. They're well worth it.
Pretty
I mean,
good.
Okay, so that was an easy
Yeah,
challenge.
pretty nice. Pretty nice.
All right,
figures.
so I'll go next. This year, so my 432. So this year was the year of Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Doctor Doom, the character, this a great series by Christopher Cantwell and Salvador LaRocca. It's one of my favorite new series of the year. Doing justice to the character of Doctor Doom, paying homage to a lot of his history. Great book. If you want to pick up a new book, it's just I think we're at issue 4 right now. Just a great year for Doctor Doom. Also picked up. I showed this off last week, but I'll show it off again. The Marvel Legends Doctor Doom figure that just recently got released. One of the best looking figures I've seen in a long time. That and the cap is
Best
definitely
villain ever.
Can
man.
I say something? That would have absolutely been in my top 10 list, but I wanted to be fair. I don't own that figure yet, so I couldn't include
Yeah,
it.
don't be a poser, bro. So yeah,
Oh, but you're getting it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting another one so I can open that one. And also we were talking about San Diego Comic Con, Emerald City Comic Con.
That's
so
amazing.
I picked up the Alex Maliev. He did me a sketch. That was one of the main things I wanted to pick up in Emerald City. So I picked up this sketch. Great artist. Great sketch. Definitely worth it. And I also this year I got my Doctor Doom tattoo. There you
This
go.
guy. Look at this guy.
Yep.
Jack Kirby, huh?
That's a Jack Kirby Doctor Doom. So this is This is definitely the year of Doctor Doom. Just a great character, and he's jumping into the MCU
Victor
soon.
Von.
Yeah. So great character. So number 3 on my list. Right here, the San Francisco 49ers. One of my favorite teams of all time.
Why does that make this?
So this year has been a great year to be a Niner fan. And kind of, I'm a diehard Niner fan. I watched the losing seasons when they went 1-15. I watched every single game. I'm pissed off, but I watched every single game. I'm not a bandwagon fan. I'll start watching when they're good. I watched every single game. This year, it's paid off. It's a great team. I love the chemistry with this team. You got George Kittle, who's exciting to watch. We had an amazing defense. It's been hurt the last few weeks, but they're playing great. Jimmy Garoppolo coming into his own as an elite quarterback in the league. It's not comic book related or toy related, but just watching the Niners this year and seeing how they play this year has been amazing. So they're definitely my top moments of the year, and the season's still going. We don't need, it probably would be number 1 if they win a Super Bowl this year, but we'll see. That we have a long road ahead of that. But the 49ers this year have been great. Went to a game a couple weeks ago. We lost, but it was still a great experience being at the ballpark. So number 3 on my list, 49ers. Just a great year, fun to watch, and it's just been exciting football. So it's fun that the Niners are good again. So they're just it's been great. So number 2 on my list, the Hondalorian, the Mandalorian, which just finished their 8-episode season last night. Great series. Just well directed, great storyline. I've loved every episode. There was a couple episodes that were they were good, but wasn't as great as some of the other ones. But this series has been awesome. It introduced one of the greatest things that ever happened to our lives, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's everywhere, just great, just for the memes alone. And the products come. I already have a couple of Baby Yoda things pre-ordered for next year, but so they might show up on my next year's list. The Mandalorian on the whole, great series. Just love it. Just dudes playing with their Star Wars action figure in the background in the backyard. Great series, great, well acted, well directed, great characters, great cameos from characters, great actors coming in playing characters. Just a great show. Just definitely one of my favorite things of the year. Just Star Wars in general. I think it was a good year for Star Wars. Just Rise of Skywalker came out this year, and just the comics have been pretty decent. And just a good year for Star Wars. Mandalorian, Baby Yoda. That's my number 2 of the year. Favorite thing to happen.
I just caught up with a couple of episodes. I still have to see the last episode.
Yeah, the last episode ends
fantastic. I hear. So I just have to see that one. I was watching watched up to episode 7, and I gotta say, it's great. It's like that samurai western.
Yeah, it's a spaghetti western kind of
lone wolf and cub aspect to it. And Pedro Pascal, even though you don't see his face, which is great, you know.
Also, he's not in the suit most of the time, which I told Rick, but he didn't believe me. Rick never believes me. I have a 90% correct Rick, but Rick doesn't fucking believe me anytime I tell him something.
Okay. Yeah, and it's good. It's a great show, though, I gotta say.
All right, Alex. The Year of Doom, the 49ers, and the Mandalorian. That's my 4-3-2. Alex, what's number 4 on your list?
Number 4 is another concert I went to, and this was a concert that was an amazing lineup. So you had Phil Anselmo from Pantera, his band opened up, was the first band, then Ministry, the great Ministry played, then Primus, which had an awesome show. Primus had an amazing set. I like them, and
just a Rick, I like them.
and then it was Slayer, and supposedly that's their last tour ever.
Till the money runs out. Yeah.
Ever. Either way, I'd never seen Slayer before in all my years. So this
Slayer's
is just all kinds of classic hard rock, hard metal, just amazing stuff. It was a great concert. I got there it started at 6 p.m. and ended at 11. So it was 5 hours of concert. And
5 hours of rock.
Yeah, 5 hours of rock. It was Thanksgiving week. I totally, exactly. That was me. And
all right, so
it was a great way.
Crazy
Number
out there,
4.
huh?
Number 3 is Deceased.
Well,
Deceased.
Nice.
Yeah, Deceased. I had to throw in another a comic book in there, and I also have this to show you. Each cover, that's the
those
It
are great,
one.
horror homages.
I got that one. That was pretty sick.
That one's
Nightmare on Elm Street cover.
Nice.
The Nun.
The Nun.
And Superman, right?
This is Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Nice.
This one is the Llorona, La Llorona, I think
Llorona,
that one.
Yeah.
The Wailer. For all you
This one is
non-fans.
Which one's that one?
this one is isn't that like oh man, we're stumped on this one.
That's not like.
Rick, come on, Rick.
No, isn't not that Will Smith movie?
Oh,
I Am
Legend?
Legend? No.
Is that I Am Legend?
Oh, it could
No.
be. I mean, the background, but I don't. Why is he wearing that?
Okay, we're gonna have to research
Yes,
that
sir.
one.
The Conjuring.
Oh, that's the
The
Conjuring.
Conjuring, and that's it.
And what-
Invisible Man.
Those are,
Deceased.
those are great covers.
So number
Those are awesome covers.
Awesome.
Dude.
Number
The
3.
awesome covers, and that's a great zombie type of story from DC that came out this year. Limited series, self-contained story, great. And my number 2, I'm gonna throw in. I just saw recently, and I'm gonna get a group to go see it again. 1917
Oh,
by Sam
I'd be
Mendes.
in that group.
So good. You have to see it on the big
I'd be in
screen.
that group. IMAX.
IMAX,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
IMAX?
yeah.
Let's go
Oh,
see it
yeah,
on
yeah,
IMAX,
yeah.
man.
We gotta see it. It's World War One, war movie, all in the trenches. 2 guys are they're on a mission.
Yeah.
They have to save people, and they got to go through enemy lines, and it's all through trenches, World
It's all
War
one
One
shot,
trenches,
right?
and it's
Yeah.
all one shot. It's like one take.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good, man. Like
That's amazing. I
long,
wanna see
long
that now.
takes, long takes.
I'd love to go watch that.
Cinematography,
Yeah, big fan
the
of
sound,
war movies.
it's very suspenseful, rising tension. Everything the stakes get higher and higher, and you're like, whoa! And it's just so good. It's like, gotta see it. My number 2 of the year.
No, not bad. All right, Rick, what's your 4-3-2?
4. I don't think I've ever fanboyed as much during a movie as I saw this one. Was Godzilla King of Monsters.
Ah, yeah, that was so good.
Dude, I super went fucking nuts at that movie.
Yeah, I was satisfied.
Like, I mean, it's ahead of Rise of Skywalker. as a Star Wars fan, it's amazing that a Star Wars movie, the year it came out, is not like the number one on my list. But yeah, Godzilla, I think, was probably the best to me this year. I think probably the best movie that came out
Definitely
this year.
better than the 2016 one.
Yeah,
2014.
You get everything. You know Ghidorah, just all the fights. You get it's just good. You know. So
Great movie.
Yeah, it was great. It was just
Great
fun.
soundtrack.
I got to see with you guys. So that was like I said. You know, most of this.
I'll be talking about that in a minute.
I saw that 3 times, man. That's how much I liked it. Almost 4 times.
Number three. Number 3. This one's another one. This was big, just sentimental kind of moment. I got to watch The Goonies with my older brother at the Alamo Draft House.
Oh yeah.
Now,
remember
for
you telling me
people,
about that.
yeah, for people who know or just know people in my family, my brother used to work at the New Mission Theater when he was in his teens, later teens,
Okay.
and he had like 2 stints there. He was the assistant manager, and it was just like he's never been there in like about 50, I think almost 20, 25 years. And like for him to go back there, and he was just starting to look and walk around and see what it felt like after the way he remembered it.
Yeah.
It was completely different. He was just amazed that he was really happy. And then on top of that, it's a movie that me and him like watched when we were kids. Like I think there was like a summer where we just like walked to the Sarah Theater in Daly City near DMV.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we saw the movie there like probably 7 times in like 3-day span.
Man, there was a movie theater over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right block away from McDonald's on
shit.
87th. But it was just a good thing. It was a good feeling to have with my brother. It was just one of those connecting feelings that we got to enjoy.
The New Mission Theater was like the old school
Yeah.
theater back in the days, in the 80s, 70s. And
70s, 80s, and probably 90s too.
And probably
Early,
90s.
I think like at first,
early 90s.
Early
It was
90s.
like,
I think
it was like
93,
the
94
theater to
they closed.
go. They had, it was like for the Mission District, for the community, it was the theater to go. They had Tuesday night, 2 por 1 or 2 for 1.
Yeah.
And
They always did double features too, which
they
was
always
nice.
did double features.
Yeah, you just stay in there all day too.
Yeah.
You never got kicked
It
out.
was
that
in
so
the
many
seedy
times.
part. Sometimes you would see some stuff go down,
A
like
couple rats go across your foot, and people smoking, and
Yeah.
people fucking and shit.
and fighting. Sometimes you see fights
It's
and
the
stuff.
You grow up fast there.
But now it's changed, and Alamo Draft House has it.
No
It's
holds
really
barred, huh?
it's really nice.
I'll say this: Alamo Draft House is by far my favorite theater in San Francisco, for the simple fact that maybe the theater aesthetics are not the greatest, but
The
I don't have to
service.
deal with the bullshit of somebody talking in the theater.
yeah, that's a big
They'll
fucking...
kick them out.
Oh,
Thank you, Alamo Draft House, for that. It's amazing that
warning.
you guys,
Mhm.
that you guys will
Yeah.
remove people
It's
who
just
like,
too many people like on
too
their
many people
phones.
talk and want
The
to.
phone thing is annoying
The
too,
phone,
man.
phone
Yeah.
thing, people talking during the movie.
The laughing.
So
I've been
when
happy
you go
that
there,
the children-
you're there to see a movie. You're
The
not
teen
there to.
movie.
The teenagers in movie theaters
Yeah.
nowadays
They're the worst.
are fucking
They're
annoying.
fun.
Yeah,
If
and
I
at
see a
that
group of
theater-
teenagers coming in, I'm like, fuck, this is
Yeah.
gonna suck.
In any
Yeah.
other theater, I'm always worried about, but just at the Alamo Draft House.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Number, what's that? Number
And the food is
that was my
great.
number 3. So
number 2.
Food
yeah,
is great.
The food's great. Number 2, shit, it's me. We got the same number 2. It's The Mandalorian.
Oh my, the Mando.
Yeah.
Mandalorian is definitely. I mean, it just finished. No spoilers at all, definitely. But just it hits every feeling of like things I used to watch when I was a kid or read when I was a kid. The Lone Wolf of Cub, like he said, the spaghetti westerns. To me, it's really like The Man with No Name.
The Mando with no name.
Yeah, the Mando with no
Oh
name.
yeah.
It's
I still
it's
have to watch
that's the way. No, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
I
amazing.
love the
hear-
guest
I hear
stars.
It's great.
Yeah, the guest stars are great.
Every episode has a
But
different guest star.
the-
That's really cool.
The best thing about it is like it was able to keep the secret of Baby Yoda up until the first episode, and people actually got to watch it.
Yeah.
And then it just exploded after that. But
It's
that's just one of the amazing things about the show,
It's
that they
fun
were
being
able to
surprised.
keep everything close to the chest. And Ray said it's pretty much a couple of kids got all their Star Wars action figures, and they're 2 of them are playing together, and they're just renaming everybody. And this is, to me, what Star Wars is. It's fun. It's not supposed to be some like I'm gonna shoot for the Oscar, Mr. Ryan Johnson. You're not trying to win awards with Star Wars. You're making movies and you're telling stories that are fun. And The Mandalorian, throughout all of it, it just felt like it's good old Western, Lone Wolf and Cub, all those tropes. It's just fun, man.
Yeah.
It brings Star Wars back to being fun.
Yep. Make Star Wars
Gotta
great again.
watch it,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
It's
I'll
great.
Check it out.
Oh yeah,
that was
it's so
number
good.
2, right?
That was my number 2.
All right, cool. Let's see.
Switch it up for number 1. I don't know.
Let's go, Alex.
Okay.
Numero uno.
So, and just trying to think of things. So my number 1 is I'm a big Madonna fan, and so I went to this was kind of a surprise for me because they announced it in summer. Oh, she's gonna have a tour, and it's gonna be at a very intimate theater. Which, when somebody as big as Madonna, she always plays in the big stadiums, and this time she got to play in the Golden Gate Theater, where like musicals are usually what the Golden Gate Theater will have, and so she played in this very intimate setting. I think a lot of people were critical of her because it's Madonna. They have high expectations. They're like Star Wars fans or like Showtime at the Apollo. If you don't have exactly what you want, it's not good. And like a criticism of her concert was that she didn't play a lot of her classic hits. But I disagree. I think that the new music has something to offer. She had great musicians. She had great performance. She had an amazing stage, performance, an amazing setup. It was just, I just think that it's harshly criticized because of who she is. But if you didn't know it was Madonna, you would think to yourself, wow, this is an amazing performance that Joe Schmo is doing, or Jane Doe is doing, So, that was my number 1 moment of the year, believe it or not. And it's, yeah. That is so.
Lady Madonna. Nice. Dre, you want to go next?
Sure. All right. So last but not least, my favorite or my number 1 figure that I got this year is actually. You mind if I move those over just a little bit? Is actually this guy.
This guy.
Oh, he's dope.
It's Hot Toys Neo.
Wow.
From the Matrix. I don't know if I'll show Alex because I don't know if he's actually seen it. But
is he pinching his nipples?
Yeah, he's flashing.
This is that scene where they,
pop his collar.
He's in New Orleans. Somebody throwing beads.
It's that scene, at the very end of the first Matrix, where he's gonna save Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne. So this is one of my favorite Hot Toys ever in my collection. That's probably like a wrong sentence, but yeah, he's my top. He's my number 1 Hot Toys in my collection right now. Based off the Matrix, the first movie, Thomas Anderson, aka Neo. That movie just hits a lot of I grew up watching the Matrix movies. Directed by the Wachowski brothers, which they're now sisters, I think.
They're just known as the Wachowskis.
The Wachowskis. They did a fantastic job with the movie. Basically, like a future that's kind of stuck in this simulated reality. Spoiler alert: if you guys haven't seen The Matrix, it's great. Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith. Carrie Ann Moss as Trinity. What can I say? It was definitely like. It changed, I think, movies.
Action movies and
sci-fi
introduced
action movies.
new camera techniques.
Yeah, new
awesome.
camera techniques.
Even though they weren't the first ones to use those cameras.
They weren't. But
are they coming out with a new one?
Yeah, they're filming. I think they're filming soon.
Yeah.
They're just one of the Wachowskis.
I hope it's good.
But
it's supposed to tie up the story. So
back to this Hot Toys figure. Hot Toys is an import company from Hong Kong. Very high end. This figure is going for at least maybe like $400 to $500, but I got a good deal on it. It actually came out. Some collectors got it in like late December, but it was released supposed to be in January. So I'm kind of cheating, but it does make my list. It is still 2019 in my opinion.
That counts.
What accessories come with that one? Is it different heads? Did the glasses get removed?
No, it doesn't come with different heads, but yeah, you can remove the glasses and you can see that Keanu Reeves head sculpt.
The Keanu sound. Yeah, Keanu should be on a couple lists this year, man. He had a Keanu sound system.
It was the Keanu year, man.
Yeah, he comes with all these guns. He has some Scorpions right here. You got the HKs, MP5s. He has some Berettas in his belt. He also comes with a pair of M16s, some 2 Uzis, I think, and a duffel bag, which I don't have here, and that's just too much shit to bring. But, you know, you can take off the coat. The coat is wired. This figure is just amazing, man. Like, I love Keanu Reeves as an actor. Had to have this one. It definitely, man.
Man, that's so cool.
It's a nice figure. It's a nice
that
figure.
jacket looks amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. The guns,
just that head
everything.
sculpt, too, is just, I mean, it could be a little bit better, but as soon as you put the shades on.
The glasses definitely help.
The glaze, it's definitely, like,
awesome.
Best scene in the movie, you know, where he's going to save Morpheus.
Yeah. And even has like the tile from the gunfight.
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it does have
the on the floor.
Yeah. Can you flip it? Like show it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hot Toys.
It shows pretty good.
Yeah, you can see the green.
It shows pretty good in the green.
But you can get this guy in some crazy poses. You know, that infamous like dodging the bullets and all that shit.
Yeah, so you get the
is it for the bend? That's kind of sick.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
I've seen a lot of collectors.
That would be
poses
definitely my next Hot Toy.
Man, Hot Toys are.
John Wick is nice too, but you know, I had to get the Neo. Neo is just, you know,
he's Neo.
He's Neo, man.
He's the one.
He's the one.
That's pretty good.
Wait for the Ted
Good number
Logan. I'd get the Bill and Ted's one if they came out with the Bill and Ted's one.
They're coming out with a new movie, right?
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's.
All right, Rick, what's your number 1 for us?
Oh man, number 1. I got to see 2 cellos. Don't know if you guys know who 2 cellos are. They do a lot of rock covers. They're 2 classically trained cellists from Croatia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where was this at?
This was in San Jose. I got to see them at the Shark Tank.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, 2 guys, Stefan Hauser and Lucas Sulich. These guys, they found themselves as teenagers and, like, you know, being classically trained.
Yeah.
But noticed that they both had the affinity to metal music.
Oh yeah.
So they started playing metal with their cellos that a lot of people were against, and now they do metal covers of they were playing Sabbath, they were playing AC/DC.
Oh wow.
You know, they covered Smooth Criminal. They covered a whole bunch. They covered the Game of Thrones. You know, opening.
Oh yeah,
it was great. It was good to hear it and all this, and they did like a medley. I got to see it with my niece. I took my niece to see it. I always like going to see a show with somebody who's, if they know who the band is or know who the act is that we're going to be going to see, that they can appreciate it.
Yeah.
And she had a blast. So it was just fun to hang out with my niece, go see this show, and 2 cellos. Yeah, they were an amazing show. They're funny as shit too in between songs. So
awesome.
Yeah, they were good.
2 cellos.
2 cellos.
2 cellos. I'll have to check them out online.
2 cellos good.
3 cellos. Awesome. Cool. So my number 1 this year is Godzilla.
Yeah.
Just Godzilla all around. Godzilla had a great year. The movie, my favorite movie of the year. Like Rick said, you know, even though there's a Star Wars movie, this movie hit all the point. I've been waiting for this movie since I was like 5 years old watching Godzilla movies. Great movie. Another part of this is we actually went to go see Godzilla Fest here in the city at the Balboa Theater.
I wish I would have went to that.
And we got to actually meet the director, Mike Doherty. So it was cool. We got to see some old school Godzilla movies. Got to meet the director.
That movie is so good.
It's a great movie. Like Alex said earlier, the soundtrack is amazing. It pays homage to all the old school themes from back in the day. Just a great cameos, great little Easter eggs for like hardcore Godzilla fans. Just a great all around thing. And also at that Godzilla Fest, I met a gentleman named Gazbot, and he was doing commissions, and I picked this up. This is a sketch.
That's great.
This is a homage to a what if Doctor Doom became the Thing. It's an old cover where Doom has. He's pretty much the Thing, and he's pulling off the mask to reveal that he's the Thing. So I had him do Godzilla with the Mega Godzilla pulling off the mask and reveal Godzilla. So he enjoyed doing this. I enjoyed getting this done. It was super cheap too. So definitely one of my favorite things of the year. So Godzilla all around, Godzilla Fest, Godzilla the movie, this Monster Arts Godzilla figure. It was a great year for Godzilla. As being a huge Godzilla fan kind of pays off being a Godzilla fan, so it becomes, we get to share this with a bunch of people. So yeah, Godzilla, he's my number 1 of the year.
Long live the king.
Yeah. Long live the king.
King of Monsters, man.
Yeah,
Go, go, Godzilla.
Godzilla,
Oh, man.
Godzilla had a hell of a year, so Godzilla gets in my number one spot for the year.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
if they made a Hot Toys Godzilla. That'd be pretty sick.
Actual size be like size of a building.
Imagine all the Hot Toys for all those
So-
kaiju from that movie.
Yeah, that'd
man.
be pretty sick.
Yeah, the Monster House does a pretty
The
good
CGI
job.
in that movie was great.
Yeah.
The monsters looked amazing.
Yeah, the monsters were fun. Like the designs were good. Like they just killed it with it. Just like
Good human to monster ratio too. It's like
Yeah,
they give you more monsters.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like people were complaining like, oh, the human story. Like who cares?
Fuck the
Like, it's all
humans.
about the fucking monsters. I want to see cool monsters. That's what the
Yeah.
fucking whole point of Godzilla is. So Godzilla, great year. Very excited to have this year being the year of Godzilla. So that's my birth sign. Yeah, Godzilla. So yeah, great.
Yeah.
That's
And then your Godzilla tattoo. You got that this year?
No,
No.
that was last year. So
Oh.
yeah.
What a year, guys.
That
What
was a
Yeah.
pretty good year, man. That was a pretty awesome year. Yeah, yeah. It's been one of the craziest years of my
yeah.
adulthood. So, yeah, it's it's a great year. So, Rick, any final? Actually, let's go with Dre. Any final words for this year and going to 2020?
I mean, as far as figures goes, I don't know. I haven't really seen much that really has caught my eye. Probably just looking forward. I mean, that Doom already came out. You know, Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Anything on pre-order
wow.
coming out next year?
Cosmic Ghost
No, nothing.
No. Got a couple things on
Honestly, I
pre-order.
haven't
Yeah.
had anything pre-ordered.
No. So we'll see.
Oh, the only thing I do have pre-ordered is the Hot Toys Captain America from
with the
Endgame.
Oh yeah.
That word.
If I didn't have the Winter Soldier one, I probably would get that.
Yeah,
one.
that's about it. Debating if I should go back and get some of the older Iron Man marks.
Does the Hot Toy have the hammer?
Yeah, it comes with the hammer.
Oh, wow. That's going to be cool,
Yeah, it's gonna
man.
be nice. So
It has a broken shield too, right?
yeah, hopefully it'll be on my list if we do one next year.
If we're still around.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy lately, so I haven't really seen what's gonna come out. But I'm always gonna be buying figures. So I'm surprised I didn't have any wrestling figures on here.
It's always next year, man.
That's what's kind of started it all for me, the wrestling figures.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Alex, any final thoughts for this year?
I'm surprised we didn't mention Joker.
Well, he still hasn't seen it.
What's this Joker movie?
Well, because
Yo-
when
yo,
you're
I
making
totally
a top
forgot
10,
about
a
that.
top 10
Totally
list
forgot
is
about
good or bad. I know we kind of went for good, of course,
Well,
but
top
like
10 top. It's
The,
not,
the best, I'll tell you this: the best thing I like
it's
about
significant.
bottom.
It's significant.
Worse, we could do a worse stuff, yeah.
Also, the Game of Thrones ending.
I like the Game of
I
Thrones.
like the
that.
Game of Thrones ending. There are people.
The more I think about it,
yeah,
the
the people
less I like
people
it.
want to hate it because it's just sometimes. Hey, sometimes
It
things
was
don't end
rushed.
with sometimes things don't end with a bang. They end with just like
A whimper?
Yeah,
Sorry, it's
but
just the
those
way
were
it is.
those were significant
It's
things
like
that.
Remember what were they doing in It Chapter 2 when they were talking about Steven, the character of like Bill, like
There's no, can't end shit.
can't end shit right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Some people can't end shit.
I need to see Joker again too. Like,
Definitely gonna get it when it comes out.
Comes out in a
It's-
couple weeks. It comes out next week, I think.
Yeah,
what
2 weeks.
did you see it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Saw it like 3 times. I actually
you can't escape the Joker talk, bro.
I actually like the movie, and me and Rick talked about it a couple times.
All right, I don't want to talk about. All right, no more Joker. I don't want to talk about. We went this whole year without talking about
This
Joker. Fuck the Joker. The movie sucks. All right, I haven't seen it, but it still sucks. Rick, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm looking forward to like a new year of fucking movies in 2020 and new shows. I can't wait for Stranger Things to come back, season 4. I'm waiting now after the way the Mandalorian ended. I can't wait to see another Mandalorian season.
Yep, fall
coming in
next year.
fall. Also Cobra Kai season 3 is going to be coming
Yeah.
out. So The
New
Boys
decade.
season 2. Yeah, it's just
we'll save some of this for next week because we're doing
so
what we're looking forward to in 2020.
So just a bunch of these things. Hopefully a new batch of horror movies too, because horror is my thing. I want to see some. Not horrors are my thing. Horror is my thing. I'm hoping that Stephen King. We get a few more adaptations. I'm looking forward to.
Don't worry,
The
you're
Stand.
gonna get a lot of Stephen
Yeah.
King shit, man. Stephen King is
I'm
a
looking
hot
forward
shit.
to. I'm looking forward to a lot of that stuff.
All right,
And,
we'll save that for next week. For
New
your
year,
list.
new year, new attitude.
New decade.
New Tude.
The
I'm
build. The
surprised
rebuild.
you guys didn't talk about Doctor Sleep.
It was on my honorable mentions list.
The
Dr.
rebuild of
Sleep.
Grayson begins. So,
It's a
January.
rebuilding year.
Let's have a good year. Coming
Hopefully, you
up,
have some
man.
good draft picks this year and get your team looking
rebuild.
on.
A lot of good jokes to be had.
rebuild of
2020.
Grayson. Yeah,
A lot of
well done.
caps.
A lot of good times.
A lot of talking shit.
Yep. So it was. This was like I said, it's been one of the craziest years of my life. We started a YouTube channel. Started get this thing going. Just you know.
My idea. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Was it though? Yeah. So no, it was very you know, a lot of things you know, inspired this channel. So it's been a crazy year. This thing is just gonna grow some more. We're gonna, you know, this is you know, this is gonna be the year of the SF Comic Book Company, man. This is where we kind of hit our stride and hit our mainstream, man. We got a lot of shit in the works, and hopefully this becomes something a little bit bigger and more people check it out. And you know, so far it's been cool, and you know,
Hit like and subscribe.
just want to thank everybody that's been contributing, helping out. You know, none of these guys get paid, and like I'm not getting paid. Rick's not getting paid. We're spending, you know, we're investing our time and money in this thing just for the love of it. So that's what it's going to come out of. And maybe someday this will be you know, profitable thing, but don't, you know, not doing it for that. It's doing it for the love of all this crap.
It's fun.
It's
This
fun.
is what we're into,
It's
our
fun.
hobby.
And you know, just
I
thank
like it, man. It's fun.
and just, you know, thanks to like guys like Dre and Alex, you know, just coming on and giving us a couple hours of your time to, you know, be geeks, you know. So I appreciate that. Everyone that's, you know, been on the show, like, you know, Fritchie and Bishop and Davis,
Francisco.
Audrey and Emily last week had great shows, and you know, just Francisco, Kite that came on. You know, we just had
Davis.
Ricky, just all these guys that came on. You know, we have some great guests scheduled coming up soon. So, you know, and the rotating cast. You know, these guys are, you know, helping this channel grow and just, you know, having fun with us. You know,
Big
that's all it
thanks
is.
to Graham and Saliva Tribe.
Yep, big thing.
Making the music.
Great theme, and well, Graham made the music, and he's part of the Saliva Tribe is the band he's in. So yeah, so
Anybody who's watching.
Yeah, anybody that watches the show, like I think Bo's the only one that watches all of it.
A good suggestion is to get drunk while you watch it. That's what somebody told me, that when they're getting drunk.
Since we're passing out
It's a great late night show.
Yeah, since we're passing out thank yous, I just want to say thank you to all you guys, you know, for having me on the show.
Right on,
Rick, Ray, you guys are.
I want to say thank you to your mustache for coming out this year.
Rick,
Thanks to the guns.
Rick, Ray, Alex, you guys are, you know,
Thank you.
great friends. I'm happy to know you guys, and thanks for letting me share, you know, some of this stuff.
Yeah, because
It's nice that we all have something in common and
Yeah.
you know, related, and you can just be yourself around your friends. So I really appreciate that. Thanks.
Having a good time. It's all about having a good
Yeah,
time.
Yes, sir, man.
Oh, this is the most sentimental. Fucking
Have a good year, everyone.
I can't bring this shit around
We're gonna show a lot
Stay
of love
safe.
today.
I can't bring this shit around the ladies. I mean, you know.
Sure you can.
Yeah, I know.
That
Trust
adds
me.
your
Hey, man, you bring
credibility.
it-
Have you seen my hot toy?
My collection is one of the first things they see, you know.
Have you seen
Hey,
my Neo hot toy?
Hey, this room is like Spanish Fly, man.
Oh, wow. They're just like.
Can I touch your figure? Yes, you may. So yeah, just think. So yeah, thanks to everybody, man. This has been quite a while. Issue number 10. We made it 10 issues. So you know, hey, we're gonna watch out for some more shit. Cool. Yeah, thanks everyone. I think this has been an awesome episode. Good year-end review. Your top 10 is great. All right.
Be safe, everyone. Have a good
Like
New
and
Year.
subscribe.
Happy New Year.
Don't drink and drive.
Uber. Is our friend.
Uber.
Uber.